Hi, I'm Hilary Ziegler, a leader with Usborne Books and More, and I cannot wait to show you some of our new books for older readers. If you have a child that's just transitioning to chapter books, these are great options. And the wonderful thing is they are both inspired by real people. This one is about the story of Rose Burton, and this one was inspired by Sophie Blanchard. And so as you read the stories, you're gonna see lots of illustrations throughout the book, but there are several chapters as well. So it really helps your child feel like they've graduated from picture books, even though there are illustrations all through the book that are colorful and fun. There's not a ton of text on every page, so they won't be overwhelmed. And this one is the story of Rose, who loves to create these really unique dresses. And at first, people don't appreciate them, but by the end of the story, they're really seeing that she has a real gift. And this is the story of Sophie, who is afraid of everything at first, but because she conquers her fears, she's able to take to the skies in a hot air balloon. And this one has those beautiful illustrations throughout the book with just minimal text as well. We've got a brand new series called Game Day that's written by Patty Mills, who is an Olympian and an NBA player in Australia. And he grew up loving sports, and so he wrote this story based on his childhood, and it is all about how it's important to practice sports and how it really takes hard work to get better. I am loving our new Extraordinary Lives series. There are lots of other books in this series. Here are just two samples, Anne Frank and Neil Armstrong. You're gonna wanna check out the others on our website as well. These books have colorful pages inside, and they go through the geography of where the person lives. They share important facts from their life and why they're famous. They tell their story, but they also have these really great quotes that the person said throughout their life. They have famous people that were important to them. They go back and share about their childhood, things that made them special, really fun facts that you may not know about these people. And in the back of the book, there's a timeline that goes through their life and shows you major events that happened. So that is really cool to learn about these different people and things that they accomplished, adversities they faced, and then just fun facts about things that they enjoyed or silly things that happened to them. I love the timeline. I love that it incorporates geography into it. I think these are going to be very popular. If you love the classics, you're definitely going to want to check out our Illustrated Originals series. These books are complete and unabridged, and they have illustrations woven throughout as they tell these classic stories. So here's a glimpse into the Railway Children. You'll see that this is a very thick book with lots of text on every page. There are a few illustrations here and there that really go along with the story. And then in the back of the book, it tells a little bit about the author and her life. And Around the World in 80 Days, it's laid out similarly, where you've got those illustrations throughout and lots of text throughout the book, because these are complete and unabridged. What I love about this one is that in the back, it has the information about the author, just like the other one, but it also has a who, what, where section that tells important people and places within the story. And then it also has a glossary that defines the words that your children may not be familiar with as they're reading this book. There are other illustrated originals available as well. Shyne is a new series about girls that go to a performing arts school called Shyne. This one is about Chloe, and it's the first book in the series. Chloe does ballet, and she goes to this new school, and suddenly she's on the same level as everyone else, and it's shocking to her because she's always been a star, and so she's having to learn how to really be herself and let her own talent shine throughout the story. You will see some illustrations throughout, but it's mostly text in this book, and there are some really great life lessons within these pages. Lightning Girl is a new chapter book series about a girl that has magical powers. Her mother has superpowers as well, and one day she discovers that she is gifted with the same lightning powers. When someone steals a really important stone, it is up to her to save the stone. As you're looking at this book, you'll notice there is lots of text on every page. There are some illustrations throughout that are just black and white. So this one's really fun. Your kids will enjoy reading this fun tale about Lightning Girl and her friends. The Travels of Ermine is one of our new books, and it's actually 3 books in one. So you're gonna see this is really a thick book. You follow Ermine around the world to New York and Sydney and London. And so you can see the 3 different stories that are included in this collection. This one's really fun because it has illustrations throughout the book that include things like maps and lists and letters. I love how it shows off the major sites in each of these cities. So as your children are reading it, they're actually getting some geography and history and some culture thrown in that they might not even realize that they are learning about. Of course, there are fun adventures in this book. This new series, 6 Chelsea Walk, goes through the story of multiple girls that have lived in the same apartment in London. And so this one is Girls with a Voice and Girls with Courage. It's actually 2 books in one. And the first one is about Mary Ann, and she wants to be an opera singer, but she's forced to leave her school, and she's worried that she'll never achieve her dream. So you're gonna read book 1 to find out what happens to her. The second book is about Lizzie, who lives in London with her aunt and her uncle, and she misses her mother in her garden, but when she discovers that her mother is in danger, she knows that she has to help rescue her. So you're going to have both of those stories in this book. These are mostly text. There are some illustrations sprinkled throughout, but it really just is a great book for girls that are learning to have courage, learning to be the heroine of the story, and overcome challenges.